Hey guys, it's Rodrigo Diaz Coloma for SEC 520, and I'll be talking about the leadership style that I took on the survey and the assignment. So, does it sound like you? How you lead and how you want to lead are two different aspects of thinking about the results of the survey. Do you agree that style represents how you lead? And three, does the style represent how you want to lead? So, so the leadership aspect I'm not saying it's easy for me, but I've always been in leadership type roles that allow me to use certain styles that will uh, effectively display what I want to accomplish. So it's basically mission accomplishment and getting the job done in whatever aspect or assignment that has been assigned to you. So the the does it sound like you? Well, I'm very democratic in terms of I respect everyone's opinion. So if I have a team of three, like we do in the PLC, um, it'll be me, Abby, and Janine working on a project. So if I was a leader at that point, then I would basically go over what needs to happen, what needs to be done, and how do we play different roles in accomplishing our mission. I spent over almost 20 years of experience, which will be this summer, and I've been through situations, scenarios that allowed me to fail and succeed, and the democratic way is the best way that I've understood it to be. How I lead is actually by example. I lead by example, getting the job done, and people follow. And if they don't follow, then we regroup and we talk about what needs to happen and who hasn't done what and how I need to display or talk to them individually and ask him or her what is going on. I treat everyone with respect. I think respect is one of the number one attributes that you can give someone. That is definitely a value that people like to have is respect. So the respect that people you work with or work for and your people will reciprocate that. Does the style represent how you want to lead? So leading democratically for me is always the proper way, which results in more effective and lasting behavior. I like to be respected. I like to give respect. I don't like to be feared because fear is always in a negative tone. Uh, and I make people do things, and so leading people, leading children, leading Marines, leading students, you have to basically make them do something they normally would not or want to do. Um, so not everyone likes to go to school, but the students need to be motivated and they need to be energetic and have some enthusiasm in order to get the job done. And that's the assignment to learn the lesson and to to get the job done. And that's inside and outside of the classroom. Not everyone is a leader, but over time you become comfortable enough to lead a classroom or a group of Marines. And in my aspects of leading Marines is not always, hey, get this job done or else. It's not how the Marine Corps works. The Marine Corps works as a team, and if you don't work as a team, then sooner or later that weak link will break. So during my research, I chose three leadership styles that I think they're best often the best for mission accomplishment. So situational, this type of leadership is led up to which combined or single leadership style fits best in the situation. Everything is case by case basis, and if you're in a mission or if you have a classroom that you need to teach a lesson, not everyone's going to be able to learn in the same style. So you have to always adjust and teach to the abilities of what you have, what you can do for that student, and how that student's going to learn. The problem could be inside the classroom, where you could involve a project for the business to come up with a plan to generate more revenue. So in terms of business, you have to look at the big picture and also know that money is definitely an influential aspect of why you need to get the job done. And obviously, people like money, revenue, because that's what people majority of the time that they're working for is money. Unless you're working for a nonprofit or you're working for an organization that is volunteer. Situational leaders often find solutions to problems by telling their people how to do something, but yet at the same point selling them on the idea of and message to buy into the process. This approach allows the team or group to take an active role in coming up with ideas and making decisions. This was taken from an article from Mr. Cherry and on how situational leaders come up with problem solving. As often, situational leaders delegate the work to the group, and leaders become hands off. The group takes an active role in making decisions. So basically, like I said before, the team synergizes together, and they all work on a different aspect of a project, and everyone has a role. Strategic and transformational. Okay, strategic is basically oftentimes this leadership style is needed during a revamping of a school, like a principal getting involved and overseeing the whole project of the school or objective the school needs for the educational needs. So if the school is lacking in something and they need to basically get back to basics, then strategically they need to look at how everything gets ran by the teachers, the students, the staff, and administration. So part of that research was an article by Matthew Lynch, and that was from Strategic Leadership. Transformational, this leadership style has to be positive. You need to have the highest degree of buy-in, very charismatic and inspiring. So you have to inspire those who don't understand or are starting out a project or a lesson. You need to inspire them. You need to have that intangible within you. You need to have that drive. If not, then they're not going to buy into what you have to say. Former CEO Steve Jobs believed that computers could be more than just regular computers. And although he was often known as a strategic and delegate, he was more often known as transformational leader, which led him to have the first smartphone and the iPod. This research has also shown that transformational leaders inspire their followers by making them feel that they are autonomous and important to the larger cause. This is also from the article by Matthew Lynch. Leadership. What influenced your decision about selected leadership? So, like I said, I work in Marine Corps, and basically, I come up with strategic and situational um, ideas and plans, and we work as a team, and we get things done. Democratic and strategic leadership is a huge play in the success of the Marines and success and I believe in teachers. My PLC group is we're named at D3. Janine and Abby is in my class is in my PLC. We have collaborated since Wednesday on how we're going to go forth in our class and assignments. And my role as a coordinator, I chose to be in this role because I feel like my leadership will be a perfect as a coordinator. I feel that that if I have any questions, I come up with the support ideas of how we can get the assignment done. And if I need to get the support from the instructor, I'll get feedback from her, and I'll offer positive feedback through my fellow PLCers PLC members, and we'll come up with transformational selling points, what we need to buy in the modules or in assignments. And as a democratic leader, before we submit an assignment, I can use strategic plans to make the work better by using situational solutions to my fellow PLC members. So everything is basically working together as a team, and not letting anyone fail. I think that's a huge part in leadership, is making sure you have my back and I have your back. Again, this is Rodrigo Diaz Coloma, and I hope that you enjoy my presentation in regards to leadership.